I have been living in this city of Iquique for more than 5 years. Actually, earthquake is a very normal matter in Chile. Every day earthquake happens minimum 3 times up to 7 or 8 times. But the earthquakes that normally happen are very mild. We do not feel the trembling. Sometimes we feel, but people are so adapted that they never run away or they never speak about the earthquakes. These are very normal. And in this Cabancha Sea Beach, a lot of people visit every day. Especially in the summer season, thousands of tourists from many countries or from local cities or Chilean different places come here with the family. They run, they play, they swim in the vibrant beaches, especially in this Cabancha. This is very wonderful sea beach. It was the 23rd of March 2014. I was here in the beach with my friends. I forgot the exact time when there was the earthquake. Possibly it was about 5 p.m. People are very busy in the playful mood. There was terrible trembler. This is called trembler. In English, it is called trembling. Here people call it the trembler. The earth was shaking in a dangerous way. Possibly it was for more than 2 minutes, and people were shouting. Babies were shouting, babies were crying. The swimmers got up from the sea, and people are sitting in their places. I did not understand what to do because it was my first experience, and I felt a lot of earthquakes, mild earthquakes, but I never felt so big earthquake. In a moment, there was siren. The terrible siren sound were coming from.
Va, camina nomás, camina. Apúrate, camina nomás. Mamá, para allá es la más cercana. Evacuando el casino en estos momentos. Apúrate, mamá, no te pongáis tímido.
No puedo atropellar, Pablo. Para acá, ven.
Tocaron 3 veces. Tranquilo, amigo, tranquilo. Alarma de tsunami. Mira, se le reventó el neumático por salir arrancando, weón. Mamá, camina adelante por esta, por al frente, por acá, por acá. Mamá, cuidado acá. Ya, por este lado es mejor, por este lado siempre mejor.
The sound were coming from a lot of places in the city. So people began to run. When I was also following these people, because I did not understand what to do. People are running to the upper direction. I was following them. Then there was an announcement that the tsunami is coming. So when I heard the terrible tsunami, I was so afraid, and I was also trembling. So I followed these people. Lots of people are running from the beaches, and lots of people got down from the buildings and the houses, and they all were making a big march. It was like a march to the upper direction, and then the announcement continued. The announcement said that the tsunami is very near, so they had to evacuate. I don't understand that people are so much educated with this evacuation process. That all people are walking, some people are running. running with their pets, with old people. So old people are running and some people are shouting. It's a terrible condition.
Atención, atención, atención. Ocurre un tsunami. Mantenga la calma y evacúe con tranquilidad hacia zona segura. Atención, atención, atención.
So we are running. I mean, I was running with the local people. I didn't know where my friends went. They might be running with other people. So I went to a place very near to the this mountain. When I reached there, I found thousands of people already been there. So the policeman advised us to stay over there up to 11 at night. So I asked the people why to wait up to 11. They told me that, and they assured me that don't worry, it was very normal. But there was a radio announcement that the tsunami may hit at 11 p.m. So I was so afraid that tsunami actually happens, what to do and what will happen. So, but the local people are so much adapted. They assured me not to worry about it. Actually, unfortunately, tsunami did not happen. So after 11, I had to go down from the upper part of the city and went to my house. So I was saved. We are saved for this very day. It was the 1st of April 2014. At that time, I was working in a Chilean local school. So as usual, I came from my work from school at about 8 p.m. and I was in my room. Adrian, my nephew, was with me. It was about 8:30 in the evening. People were busy doing their household work. In a moment, Adrian was screaming. So I found that the house was moving from right to left, left to right. So I caught him in a moment. He began to cry. He began to shout. People were crying. So I felt that the terrible earthquake was happening. So the entire house and the neighboring people, all things were trembling. People were crying. People were screaming. In a moment, electricity had gone. So I could not understand what to do. In such a terrible moment, I was so confused and I was at a loss what to do and what not to do. So because it was my first experience of such a big earthquake. So in a moment, I wanted to catch my mobile phone, but unfortunately I was not finding my mobile because I was so at a loss. So I lost everything. I lost my conscience. So I remember that I caught my nephew and was trying to go out of the room, but in a moment the earthquake was at the beginning so terrible that everything was moving from right to left. It was about that the whole house would be collapsed. So I found some women crying outside. So I came out of the house anyhow and found that many people were gathering outside, and some houses broke down because the houses are mostly made of wood and glass, and the terrible sound was there, and earthquake was going on.
Córtalo, córtalo, está malo. Córtalo, ya está cagado ya.
In this moment, I cannot remember the duration of the earthquake, but it must be more than 3 minutes, because I was running to save my life. I could not count the time how much and how long the earthquake continued, but it must be less than 4 minutes and more than 3 minutes. So I took my baggage, I took my money, I took my identity card, my passport, and began to evacuate, because in the meantime siren was going on from all points of the city. The most terrible thing was that the sound of siren was so dangerous that it doubled the terror of the earthquake.
Ah, concha mi madre. Ya. Ya. No, no.
In a moment, there was the announcement that people should evacuate, and there was the activity of the police forces. All the security forces were active. So they were so sharp that in a moment there are the helicopter of policemen and the army and the other security forces were patrolling from the sky. There was the lighting from the helicopters, and the ambulance was there. The siren was coming from ambulances from the various earthquake points, from the ONEMI. This is Department of Disaster Management. So all security forces were active to save the people, and they are also announcing how to evacuate. So the local people know it very well how to evacuate. So all of them were walking to the upper direction. But one thing I noticed, that the people are so much disciplined. They never broke discipline. They prioritize the old people and the people with disability.
No, 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 no. Ahí nomás. Sujétala, sujétala. Ah, empezaron las alarmas. Evacuación. Nuevamente. Linternas. Linternas. Alúmbrame, porfa.
So I stayed in a location. The name of the location is Juan Martinez con Amunate. So this is the location of my house. So from that place I went upwards. Most possibly I crossed 10 roads, and the place where I went was very near to the Andes mountain. This is a safety zone. So this zone is safety according to the ONMI instructions. So I found thousands and thousands of people were there. Some people were going, some people already stayed there, and some people were coming from the lower part of the city. So when I went there, there was no chaos, there was no fighting. People were sitting with extreme discipline. Policemen was there, all our security forces were there, and they were giving instructions how to stay, what to do and what not to do to maintain discipline, to maintain peace and to maintain tranquility. So where I was sitting with my sister and my nephew, Mr. Adrian, the place was very near to the Andes mountain, and actually we were sitting on a flyover. So in every moment there was earthquake. I was so astonished at the earthquake. If somebody asked me how long earth remained, it is difficult to answer because earthquake is going on. But the range of earthquake is low. It may be 4 point or it may be 5 point, but earthquake was continuously going on. I could not count. Most possibly the earthquake, more or less 30 times the earthquake is going on. It is already been, it is in the continuous system. It is earthquake is going on. So actually I can't remember such a situation, because when I remember the situation, I right now I get trembling. So anyway, from that place I found 2 houses were burning, because when the people left the houses, they forgot to switch off their oven. So from that fire, the houses were burning gone. Helicopters came to extinguish the fire. The fire brigade became active. So all the things doubled and multiplied the terror of the earthquake.
Tranquila, tranquila.
La lámpara. La linterna, porque.
Sí, tranquila. Tranquila, estamos bien. Estamos bien. Sí, algo ya ahí colgando. De nuevo. ¿Nos quedamos o nos vamos? Nos quedamos o nos vamos.
¿Cuánto con el auto con la niña ya?
¿Ah?
¿Cuánto con el auto con la...?
No, el auto no.
Por último, lleguemos a Tonedad, podíamos llegar con el auto.
Ay, no se cae.
Tranquila. Tranquila. ¿Está mucho por ahí?
Adiós, personal.
Pues claro.
Vamos a bajar, sí.
No vamos a bajar. Pero da tiempo. ¿Esto qué es? Seguro. A la izquierda.
Mi nombre es Shamoli Rani Nath, soy de Bangladesh y acá en Iquique vivo 6 años. Yo vivo con mi hijo de 12 años. Y si, cuando llegué acá, gente siempre nos decía que aquí hay muchos temblores, a veces hay terremotos, y nos explicaba cómo hay que cuidar cuando hay un temblor o un terremoto grande, y nos explicaba dónde hay que parar o cómo hay que evacuar. Pero yo tenía miedo, ¿qué será un terremoto? Nunca sabía. Siempre en mi país igual hay temblores chicos, pero nunca supe qué es un terremoto. Y de verdaderamente llegó un terremoto en 1 de abril en 2014 y era muy grande, terrible. Como 2 semanas antes comenzó temblor chiquitito y el 1 de abril fue muy grande y asustamos mucho. Duró como 2 o 3 minutos y parecía que toda la tierra, como una ola, bailaba por un lado a otro lado y no podía parar, toda la casa como un...
Oh, qué brígido ese. Un poco, espérate un poco.
Los perros.
Espera un poquito, no, espera un poquito. Todavía se mueve, todavía se mueve.
Mira, 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 mira,
Tranquila, tranquila. ¡Ey! ¡Acá todos!
Ahora subamos sí o sí. No permite, estamos con el tsunami. Con el tsunami.
La taza.
Evacuar de forma tranquila, por favor.
Nosotros nos quedamos acá nomás.
Ay, sí.
No ha parado, nos quedamos acá. Eso es el temblor, mira.
Tranquilos, tranquilos.
Llegué de mi trabajo, yo estaba preparando cena, mi hijo estaba en la cama y ahí comenzó. Mi hijo se gritó, temblor, dijo. Yo no podía qué hacer, me paré y él puso a llorar y no sabía cómo llegar donde él. Me olvidé qué hacer y después me acordé que mi hijo está llorando y fui a traerlo y ahí se cortó la luz también. Y mi hijo está en silla de ruedas, entonces yo no podía, ese momento que perdí, parece el sentimiento, como tener, lo que todos me enseñaron, me olvidé, porque era muy terrible y el niño también puso a llorar. Entonces después pedí a los vecinos que me pasaran la silla de ruedas para evacuar y ahí al momento comenzó la alerta de tsunami, gente comenzaron a caminar, pero eso me llamó atención porque tanta gente caminaba sobre la calle que caminamos. Y yo también con silla de ruedas, pero nadie le hacía bulla, no hacía ni empujaba uno a otro, porque todo caminaba bien ordenado y está como lo enseñaron siempre, organizado.
Fuerte, fuerte. Mira la lámpara. ¡No! ¡No! ¿Por qué, gacho? Vámonos. Vámonos.
Igual de grande que el terremoto de ayer. Gigante. Ya está. ¡Vamos, vamos! ¡Papá! Oh, las sirenas se activaron automáticamente. Gigante de nuevo. Igual que el de ayer. Sigue temblando. Fuertísimo.
Ya. Mi nombre Juan Vera Muñoz. Soy trabajador acá del muelle, en las lanchas de paseo. Y trabajo ya hace 12 años aquí. Y la experiencia del terremoto del 2014 fue traumático para toda la población acá en Iquique. Como fue de noche, entonces no pudimos venir al muelle inmediatamente por el problema de que están evacuando toda la gente que vive en el borde costero. Yo vivo en la área de seguridad, así que no tuve que moverme de mi casa, quedé ahí. Al día siguiente, cuando amaneció, bajamos ya al muelle para ver los daños que habían ocurrido y los encontramos que estaban todas las lanchas arrumbadas aquí arriba del muelle. Rompió el muelle, se rompieron varias lanchas, de los pescadores al lado también, más de...
Atención, 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 posible tsunami. Mantenga la calma y evacúe con tranquilidad hacia zona segura. Atención, atención, atención.
The most destruction happened in a big mall. The name is Sofri. This is the big, not supermarket, this is the big market where almost all the Indians and Pakistani people do their business. The earthquake hit that market vigorously. A lot of shops were destroyed and people were screaming because when the customers and business people were inside, tsunami hit and a lot of people were screaming. A lot of people were injured when they wanted to come out of the markets. It was a terrible situation. One thing I'd like to mention here that during this terrible earthquake and the event of tsunami, actually no people were wounded or injured by earthquake. So the point is that Chilean people were so much well equipped and so much well trained by the local authority that they were and they still are always prepared, well prepared in such a natural disaster. So actually I was not prepared, so I lost my phone, I lost my food, I did not take my warm clothes, but people took everything, so they are not suffering. In the same time, police forces and the security personnel were instructing them how to do. In a moment, municipality people appeared there with their trucks and their baskets, and they are supplying hot water and coffee and biscuits and emergency medicines to the people. And some old people were collapsed because they were already sick. So there are nurses. So those people and nurses were nursing the old people and other babies. So they also announced by hand mic that if somebody is facing some troubles, they can inform them. All people were listening to the radio. There was a radio announcement that the tsunami should hit the city by 11 or after 11. So it was the day when first tsunami hit. When the earthquake hit for the first time on the 23rd of March. So that day tsunami did not come, but on this 1st April, people say that today the tsunami must come. So people are waiting for tsunami, but I was not waiting for tsunami. I was waiting for the danger, to meet the danger. The really tsunami is coming. So people are whispering. So I could not understand because I was not in the normal position. I could not keep my mind tranquil because if tsunami comes, then we will go to the sea. We will die surely. So thinking about my family in India, I was so afraid that if tsunami really happens, nobody can get my news because I lost my mobile. I left my mobile in my house. But so we are eagerly waiting for the tsunami. Some people are peeping, peering that the tsunami is coming. Some people say the tsunami has come near 100 kilometers. A lot of whispering was there, but actually tsunami did not come in the great range, but tsunami came. It came in a lower range. Some fishing boats were overturned, and the tsunami hit the coastal part, and a lot of places were destroyed.
Entonces, al día siguiente llegamos y lo encontramos que estaban todas las lanchas arrumbadas en el muelle, una encima de otra, y lanchas a pique, quebradas. Igual que las lanchas de los pescadores al lado de nosotros, también más de 100 lanchas y botes efecto del tsunami. Y así que lo abocamos a sacar todo lo que pudimos sacar para rescatar las lanchas que estaban bien todavía, pero las que no pudimos sacar son las que estaban a pique, hundidas. Así que ahí estuvimos todo el día trabajando en eso, para poder rescatar todo lo que pudimos rescatar y atender a la gente que también tenía problemas con sus casas, que tuvieron que evacuar también los que estaban más a la orilla costa. Al día siguiente vino el otro terremoto, pero ese no tuvo tsunami y fue un poco menos que el día anterior. Ese fue de 7.6 el día siguiente, el día 2 de abril. Al día siguiente vino el otro terremoto, pero ese no tuvo tsunami y fue un poco menos que el día anterior. Ese fue de 7.6 el día siguiente, el día 2 de abril.
Mantenga la calma y evacúe con tranquilidad hacia zonas
Oye, internet, aunque sea.
Atención, atención, atención.
Entonces la familia, todas las familias que vivían en áreas que no eran de seguridad, tuvieron que evacuar e ir al cerro, casi a los pies del cerro. Incluía a mi familia porque ellos por miedo arrancaron y yo me quedé solo en la casa. Así que allá está mi señora, mi hija, mis nietos, mis nietas más pequeños, todos en el cerro. En la tarde volvieron, pero cuando ocurrió el segundo terremoto volvieron a arrancar y estaban durmiendo allá cerca del cementerio.
Entonces hay que decirle a la jefa porque ya no ¿Puedes lograr eso?
Como es nuestro hospital de emergencia de campaña y nuestro pabellón. Chicas, las voy a enviar a YouTube.
¿Cómo nos avisó?
Y aquí tenemos un recién nacido.
Some people were partly destroyed, but not really destroyed, and the government offered them a big financial support, some fishing boats were overturned and some fishing boats were missing and some fishing boats hit the coastal area. That's where they are unable and they are unfit for operations. So the government offered them big economic support. Actually, the government offered all the fishermen some support, financial support. They purchased new boats, and all fishermen and all the business people are very much happy. 2 or 3 schools got some partial destruction that the government repaired them very well. So after 1 month we are happy again, but still today I can remember the terrible earthquake. So here I want to make everybody familiar with such sort of preventive measures of Chile. The name of the practice is called simulacro. Simulacro is a practice of evacuation process that is practiced in Chile, all the cities of Chile. So it is such types of practice that on the appointed day, all people from school, from business centers, from the places, from banks or from restaurants, I mean from people from all workstations participate in this simulacrum. It is a process to evacuate. Actually they do this as if the earthquake is happening. So when the siren rings, all people leave their places, leave their house, leave their schools, leave their workplace, and start walking up to the upper part of the city, up to the Andes mountains. So the people know up to which road they should go. So this march is maintained by local police and security personnel and ONEMI. So if someone visits such a march, he thinks that he may think that earthquake is going on. Actually, earthquake is not going on. It is a practice. It is the evacuation practice, what to do if earthquake really happens. I should mention that in every school, in every college and university, government has implemented some sort of regulations that there is the practice of evacuation. So in schools they have already explained the children what to do in case of danger and what to do with the disabled people, what to do with the infants. So during such a danger, they automatically practice their instructions that they have already been acquired by the government. So in such a situation, the guardians in their houses never worry about the children. They know that the school is liable for the evacuation.
Yeah. Ahora, el protocolo de emergencia para casos graves que hay en todo el país, Chile tiene un protocolo muy especial. Las áreas de seguridad, está todo medido y calculado. Están las alarmas que indican cuándo y cómo uno salir de las áreas de peligro a las áreas de seguridad. Tenemos un protocolo también de qué cosas tener para sobrevivir, un kit de emergencia, botiquín, con los remedios, personas de tercera edad que tienen que tomar remedios cotidianamente, Entonces todo eso, agua, muy importante, botellas de agua. Una botella de 2 litros por persona, amarrado en el gollete, amarrado abajo y lo usa como mochila. 2 litros de agua. Las áreas de seguridad en Iquique están todas en el plano del puerto. Acá, la línea roja son las áreas de seguridad hacia arriba, hacia el cerro. Acá está el mar. Nosotros trabajamos acá en el muelle. Este es el puerto. De este lugar, si los pilla un terremoto fuerte estando aquí, suenan las alarmas de emergencia y piden evacuar el puerto. Y todas las áreas ya están señalizadas hasta llegar al borde de la área de seguridad, en la cual nosotros ya ahí estamos seguros. Y de ahí salen las ambulancias, los bomberos, todo el equipo de seguridad que el gobierno ya tiene establecido, para que la gente esté segura. Por eso que hemos hecho varios simulacros para estar preparados en caso de.
Another thing I want to mention that this city has a map. It is the preventive map that all people have. This one, they know up to which road they should walk in case of danger. So this map is done with some arrows, green arrows and red arrows. And also they mark the places which roads they should follow, which roads they should not follow. So there is the arrow marks at the corner of every roads, which is danger zone, which is semi-danger zone, which is safety zone. So in case of simulacrum, people very silently, very festively walk up to the security zone, and when they go there, they wait, and as if it were, as if the earthquake were happening. So when the policemen signaled, these people returned in the same way to their safety zone.
También me llamó atención porque ese terremoto fue tan grande, era de 8,2, pero no ocurrió ningún daño grande, no cayó ningún edificio y gente también bien tranquilo, respetaron el seguridad que había. Eso por todo que ello está bien organizado y también no había discriminación, respetaron a la gente que discapacidad, también personas adultos, mayores, tenían mucho respeto y todo le ayudaron uno al otro, lo que no podía, y por eso sobre todo ayudaron uno a otro y también en la fuerza que seguridad hay acá, por eso no fue tan grave como uno imaginaba.
Por persona. En caso de emergencia, esa agua se toma medido por cucharada, 2 cucharadas cada 1 hora, y así puede sobrevivir varios días. Las casas están muy bien construidas. El terreno acá en el norte es firme, es pura roca. Entonces uno está seguro acá. En las partes donde los terrenos son malos, por ejemplo, hay arenales, los que construyen sobre arena, esas casas están en peligro cuando hay terremotos grandes.
The news of the giant earthquake and the tsunami was covered by all local newspapers and television channels. This is Terremoto. Local journalists were so much busy to collect the graphic information of the great moments. They are running from place to place with their video cameras. They wrote like this in Mundo: tremblor de magnitude 8.2 hit coast of Iquique. Then there is CNN: powerful earthquake strikes of Chile triggers tsunami. They published some graphic photography where you can see the overturned boats. They also showed a photography where army were patrolling the local supermarkets. Then there is the New York Times. They wrote like this: earthquake hits off coast of North Chile. They published a photography where you can see that some women were waiting when they evacuated. They published the message in an elaborate way. They also published a photography where you can see the source of the earthquake. We see the photography, and then there is the newspaper El Universo. This is in Spanish language. They wrote like this: Terremoto en Chile deja 6 muertos, se levanta alerta de tsunami. It is the earthquake of Chile took 6 people, and there was the alert of tsunami. They also published a photography where you can see a car and allowance overturned during the tsunami period. This photography happened, this photography was collected from the Caleta part of Iquique city. There is the destruction. Then there is the news of CNBC.
Confirmation about tsunami waves hitting, but I do know that CNN has reported tsunami hitting the Chile coast from this earthquake, which in fact USGS has upgraded to magnitude 8.2.
Wow. So if that's the case, what about the earthquake itself? Because it apparently wasn't very deep, was it? It was in shallow ground. Are you concerned about this?
Yes, we are. It's a very large earthquake, the depth of about 20 kilometers or 12 miles. Brings it relatively shallow for a big earthquake like this. It's ruptured offshore, so it has a lot of energy to displace the seafloor and produce a tsunami. And so we're monitoring the tsunami warning center information, and there was a widespread warning issued for the coast of South America.
Right. Robert, do we have a clear picture as of now as to the dispersion of people? the population of the adjacent areas and the kinds of industrial factories and fixtures? Do we have a clear picture?
I don't at this time, other than to say that we have an automatic assessment system called Pager that has issued a yellow warning for this earthquake. It goes from green, yellow to red. So it indicates that the population in that part of Chile is not high, but there are some fairly large cities right along the coast.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting some of these, the headlines coming through via the Reuters system, and the Chilean Navy says that the first tsunami wave has already hit parts of northern Chile. We have Codeco, the miner, playing it safe, the state miner, evacuating its workers, of course, and saying no harm to workers or mines following this earthquake, and the northern operations to them right now are normal. Tell me, though.
The earthquake struck off Peru's northern coast with a magnitude of 8.2. Within 45 minutes, the first tsunami wave had reached the coast.
There have been a tsunami warning posted for Chile, Ecuador, and Peru, which are the closest countries to the epicenter, and the other ones, and there was a tsunami watch that was posted for Colombia, Panama, and Costa Rica.
The Chilean mining port of Iquique, just 99 kilometers from the epicenter, was the most vulnerable.
We understand that Chile is a country that has had plenty of experience managing and dealing with large damaging earthquakes. So I would expect at this particular point that evacuations were done as quickly as possible.
The particular area has been rocked by a series of quakes in the last 2 weeks. The U.S. Geological Survey said Tuesday's earthquake was quite shallow, about 20 kilometers below the seabed. People along the coast are being urged to move inland.
There are likely to be additional waves. Once a tsunami is set up, you get a succession of waves that makes the shoreline dangerous for hours. So they need to be on their guard. Anyone who has evacuated in Chile or Peru needs to stay away from the ocean.
Then there is the news from the Telegraph. They published a video where you can see the medicines and a lot of materials were falling from the shelf in a supermarket. This is the video from a CCTV camera. People were running and there are the falling sounds of the medicines. This is really a terrible moment. So, in fine, I want to share some happy things after the tsunami strike or earthquake or this big earthquake. There, I had that means we had a big vacation. This is an unwanted vacation after the earthquake. Government prohibited to go to schools because the municipal authority maintained some sort of investigation that all schools are good or all schools are bad. That means all schools were in the stage of running well. So they send some inspectors, engineers to every school to check the buildings. If they find the school building is well, so they send a certificate, and the schools ran again. So it took more than 1 month. So we got a big vacation with pay.